After a warm and relatively dry Palm Sunday, Mother Nature is ready to shake things up. In fact, again, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect now until 4 a.m. for a good portion of the area, mainly from Stockton Lake down to Lamar County, Barton County, Crawford County, Montgomery and Labette points south. That is until 4 a.m. because as expected, as the cold front came knocking on the door, we're now starting to see some more rain and thunderstorms begin to develop. It was prevalent really to the west of Bartlesville and western parts of Osage County in northeast Oklahoma. We're still going to keep an eye on those as they continue to develop, but if we go for a closer look in a couple of spots, you can see the radar starting to pick up on some echoes. It's north of Lamar to the west of Lamar and right on the east side of Pittsburgh. I think that's the beginning of some more rain and storms that will only continue to become more numerous and a bit of packing of a punch as we go throughout the rest of the night. This is a live look though from Indigo Sky outside of Seneca, Missouri. Quiet right now, but I imagine this is going to get a good drink of water at the very least as storms really get going and work on over during the overnight. But before we had to deal with any threatening weather, we trended quite a bit warmer compared to yesterday. Near 70 yesterday afternoon, upper 50s this morning. Pushing 80 degrees for most of us this afternoon. Certainly warm ahead of that next cold front, willing to shake things up as we go through the course of the overnight. Sitting at 70 now in Joplin, the south wind at 11, dew point at 57, not too terribly high, but certainly sufficient to support thunderstorms as they continue to develop throughout the course of the night. If you're behind the front with that northerly breeze, you are in the lower to middle 60s. Everybody else certainly sitting with a bit of a ripe air mass in place with temperatures still in the lower 70s. And like we expected, now is when we're going to see the thunderstorms get going and expanding coverage along and even behind this advancing cold front. So we're not worried about a tornado threat, thankfully. But these storms are really coming to life now with an upper wave working across eastern South Dakota and additional energy in the upper levels coming out of Colorado. That still puts us at a low threat for severe weather. You can see it covers a good portion of the area through the rest of the night until I think about 3 a.m. Again, based on how things are looking and considering we don't have a lot of moisture, you saw how those dew points were only in the mid-50s, keeping the tornado threat pretty minimal. It's not zero, but it's not something we're overly concerned about. I do want to keep an eye out, though, for these storms capable of producing some large hail, maybe up to ping pong the golf ball size, high wind gusts, and certainly some heavy rainfall, because this will be packing quite a bit of rainfall as they continue to develop right on top of the region, and then only expanding coverage as we go through the rest of the night. Here's 3 a.m. I think the best shot for any severe weather will be just exiting the region, but we'll still have to contend with rain and some thunderstorms to get your Monday morning started. But once we get to the morning drive, I think the bulk of the action will be working into the Ozarks, certainly into south central Missouri with lows in the 50s. Then we're going to focus on skies turning eventually partly sunny, so we are going to turn mild again for tomorrow, but nowhere near as warm as what we saw today. 53 in the morning, 58 by noon. Cooler tomorrow, but still mild, highs around 63. We're quiet Monday evening. Monday night, going into Tuesday morning, but look at how the temperatures will soar once again ahead of our next storm system on Tuesday, pushing us back near 80, but if we can see these thunderstorms out west really get going and push on through, that could set us up for quite a bit of severe weather. So we're keeping an eye on Tuesday with a low to elevated threat from late Tuesday afternoon until the early morning hours on Wednesday. So that's going to be the next severe threat we'll keep a close eye on. But in the short term, in terms of the rain chances, 1/4 of an inch on the low end to as much as 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches as more heavier rain sets up. I will say, once we get beyond these two storm systems lining up, we'll have to watch for additional rain chances, unfortunately, for the Easter holiday weekend, Chris. But temperatures mild overall. 63 tomorrow, 80 on Tuesday, then staying in the lower to middle 60s Wednesday into the holiday weekend.
Nick, thank you.